What's on, guys? Just everybody got challenged. Tonight we'll be doing a review for Smackdown. Now, let's go and get to it then with the Queen of the Ring semifinals: Bianca Belair versus Nia Jax. First match. We see the announcement from Paul Triple H Levesque from earlier this week regarding the winners of the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments, earning world title shots at this year's WWE SummerSlam. We heard the sounds of Bianca Belair's theme. Now comes the EST of WWE to kick off this week's show. As Belair sells in the ring, Grace and Wade Barrett have their first on-camera appearance at the commentary desk. They introduce the Saudi Arabian commentary team beside them for tonight's show. The theme for Nia Jax hits. Out she comes to find out who will move on to face Lyra Valkyria in the finals of this year's Queen of the Ring. The bell sounds for in this one. Jax starts off strong, but Belair quickly takes over. She mocks Nia at one point and then knocks her out to the floor, where she hits a dive and splashes onto her opposition at ringside. As we shake gears and head to mid-match commercial break, when we return, we see Jax beginning to take over the offensive lead in the bout. She goes for a couple of pins, but Belair keeps kicking out at two. She gets closer and closer, but then knee gives out, and Jax capitalizes, hitting her finisher and picking up the win to advance. She's interviewed in the ring after the match and vows to win Queen of the Ring and become the new champ. We then head to another break. So winner and advancing to the Queen of the Ring finals, Nia Jax. Damn, sucks. Anyways, next one we have the Grayson Waller Effect Championship Edition. Excuse me. When we turn, Belair talks about coming out short backstage. We see Chelsea Green and Nadine Hartwell mock her. This leads to Jade Cargill coming up and defending her before heading off to find Nick Aldis to get a match made back in the arena. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are in the ring, which is decked out with the Grayson Waller Effect set. The A-Town Down duo, A-Town Down Under duo talk some trash to get things started, and then as they are building up the introduction of their guest, who is scheduled to be LA Knight, instead out comes Carmelo Hayes. Hayes bickers back and forth with the tag champs about their history in NXT, and then LA Knight's theme cuts them off, and he does a Stone Cold BMF walk to the ring, that's and all to a big pop from the Jeddah crowd. The Megastar wants to talk to you and does so only to be caught up by Hayes and the A-Town Down duo. He tells them he didn't remember asking them a damn thing. The brawl quickly broke out among the guys, prompting the Street Profits to come out and help Knight with the numbers disadvantage. We had to another break. So next match is LA Knight and the Street Profits versus Carmelo Hayes and A-Town Down Under. When return, and Lyra Valkyria is coming soon to SmackDown. Vignette airs. Backlight, the bell sounds are informed by Graves and Barrett that Nick Aldis made in promptu six-man tag match, and the bell sounds started off. Montez Ford and Hayes kick things off for the respective teams, as it's LA Knight and the Street Profits taking on Carmelo Hayes and A-Town Down Under. We see some good fast-paced back and forth action between these two teams as we shift gears and head to a mid-match commercial break. As the action continues, when we return, LA Knight finally gets the hot tag and the crowd goes wild as he begins shifting the offensive momentum to his team's favor. Knight tackles Hayes over the commentary desk at ringside on the floor as Ford and Dawkins hit their double team finisher in the ring for the pinfall victory. Exciting action in this one. So winners are LA Knight and the Street Profits. Alright, next one is the Cody Rhodes Logan Paul face to face one final time until tomorrow. Highlight of Logan Paul's Bryce Noga's promise from WWE experience, blah 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 blah. Cody Rhodes Cody Rhodes right into the building. He's stopped by Randy Orton, who greets him to shake hands, and continues towards the building. As Wade Barrett informed us, he is coming up next. We head to break. We return. Cody's theme hits, and the American Nightmare makes his way to the ring. He talks about his upcoming title defense against Logan Paul at WWE King and Queen of the Ring. Tries to 24 Logan's theme hits, and out comes the U.S. champion. He sells in the ring and talks about giving Michael his brass knuckles. Cody thinks Logan is scared and is a scary young boy that probably has another set of brass knuckles on him right now. Mm-hmm. Logan asks if Cody is calling him a liar. Cody tells the referee at ringside to pat Logan down and see if he's a man of his word. Where he does, and he ends up fighting a set. Logan claims the pants he's wearing aren't even his. Whatever, dude. He says he wasn't being 100% truthful, but now he will be. He says he vowed not to use them in the match tomorrow. He better not, and didn't know if he need to defend himself tonight. He says Cody is holding them now, so maybe security should rush him. He tells Cody to keep them. Cody hands them off and says that's the difference between the two of them. He says the title is his whole life. It's all he ever wanted to be. Cody says until Logan stops doing this part time, he'll never be on Cody's level. He calls him a kid and assures him he will lose tomorrow at WWE King and Queen of the Ring. He holds the title high, and his theme hits again to end the segment. Alright, next match is Bayley versus Chelsea Green. Backstage, Randy Orton's interviewed about his King of the Ring semifinal tournament bout later in the show against Tama Tonga of the Bloodline. We then see Nia Jax walk past Bayley and tell her to keep the towel warm for her. Bayley's theme hits and she makes her way out to the ring for scheduled non-title action. When we return from the break, we see the Street Profits with their Red Solo Cup and B-Fab backstage celebrating their win earlier tonight. They talk briefly with DIY and then we return inside the Jeddah Superdome. Chelsea Green's theme hits and out she comes with Piper Niven for our next match of the evening. The bell sounds and off we go. After some initial back and forth action, we shift gears ahead to a mid-match break. When we return, Bayley is in the lead until Chelsea Green starts to take over. She hits a Rough Rider for a 2 count literally seconds later. However, Bayley takes over and picks up the quick win. Piper Niven hits the ring and attacks her after the match. So the winner is Bayley. Alright, so we have a backstage thing coming up. We shoot backstage. We see AJ Styles entering the office of Smackdown General Manager Nick Aldis. The phenomenal one pleased with Aldis to give him one more chance to at becoming WWE Universal Champion. He asks for the winner of Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. Aldis says he respects him, and if it was a personal choice, he said yes. He says it's not, and it's something he's got to earn. He says that takes time. Styles says he doesn't have time like that. Aldis says that's nothing he can help him with. We head to another commercial break. Alright, backstage, Andrade, Del Fantasma. When we return, we see a look at Andrade. He talks about being a third generation luchador and says he has this in his blood. And he says he's not only here to show that he's a luchador from Mexico. He was born to do this because he has been judged his entire life. They have criticized him. Andrade continues. He says eliminating expectations doesn't control his destiny. He controls his own destiny. He says he knows who he is and he knows what he wants. Now he will show everyone who Andrade is. Humberto says he doesn't like Andrade, but Angel says he could help them out. Santos Escobar says to let bygones be bygones and think about things. King of the Ring semifinals coming up. Main event time. Randy Orton versus Tama Tonga. We see a video package looking back at the King of the Ring tournament action leading up to tonight's semifinals between Randy Orton and Tama Tonga of the Bloodline. Speaking of the Bloodline, Paul Heyman is shown and says Sol Sikoa knows that Tonga Loa is not on here because they couldn't get him across the border. Paul says he can't get people to clear customs. These are dangerous people you're recruiting into the Bloodline. Solo says he knows. Paul says that is why they hadn't been brought in previously. Paul says until Roman comes back, and Solo says he's in charge until Roman comes back, and he tells Paul to fix whatever problems there are. Heyman goes to speak some more, but is scared when Tama appears next to him. Tama stares him down and says he was recruited especially because he is dangerous. He finished by saying, per orders of the tribal chief, a new king is coming back to the bloodline. Back inside the judge, Superdome, Randy Orton's theme hits, and the crowd sings along as the Viper heads to the ring. We head to a quick pre-match commercial break on that note. When we return, the crowd still loudly singing Randy Orton's theme as he finishes his entrance in the ring. WC current contestant for WWE King of the Ring finalist Gunther sitting in the crowd to get a closer look at tonight's semifinal between Orton and Tonga to see who he will face tomorrow afternoon. Grace and Barrett run down the advertisement line for WWE King and Queen of the Ring. Touchdown for tomorrow afternoon. After that, the theme for Tonga hits, and out he comes, accompanied by the Wise Men, Paul Heyman, and Solo Sikoa. He sells in the ring, and it's now main event time. The bell sounds, and Tonga charges across the ring and jumps into early offensively, drilling Orton with repeated punches as he covers up on the ropes. Orton finally clears the cobwebs and hits a huge fall away slam before sending Tonga shoulder first into the ring pose on both sides of the ring. Orton does the 10 punch spot on Tonga in the corner at ringside crowd and counts along with each shot that lands. Tonga tries to regroup at ringside, but Orton heads out after him and bounces his dome off the commentary desk. Soon after that, we head into a mid-match commercial break as the high-stakes King of the Ring semi-final bout continues. When we return, we see Tonga in the offensive lead. As the fans try to rally behind the Viper, the action spills out to the floor, where Orton finally starts to take over. He bounces Tonga off the commentary desk. We see a shot of Gunther watching on with a big smile on his face. Back in the ring, we see vintage Orton as he hits the draping DDT off the ropes for a big pop from the Saudi crowd. He stalks Tama for an RKO. Solo takes his jacket off at ringside. Orton goes for it, but Tama shoves him into the ropes where Solo hits him with a cheap shot. Tama tries to roll him up off of that, but Orton kicks out and pops up for an RKO for the win to advance. Solo and Tama attack afterwards, but Kevin Owens runs out to make the save. That's how the situation goes on. Blah blah blah. So winner and advancing to the King of the Ring finals, Randy Orton. So yeah, that was a good match and stuff. Thank goodness Randy Orton won. But he has to go through Gunther first and stuff. So let's see who wins that fight. I don't know who's gonna win. It's gonna be a hard match and stuff. So they're both good. Gunther and Randy Orton, they're both good. So anyways, that was it for this video. I'm making this early because I got to get up early morning for 9 o'clock and stuff, blah blah. And I'm pretty sure I'll probably try and make a video in the afternoon for the King and Queen of the Ring show afterwards. So anyways, that was it. And I'll see. So like, subscribe, favorite, hit that bell button, leave a comment or whatever, blah blah. And if you guys don't, I don't care what you guys do. Anyways, that was it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Laters.